right where we are.
You will be doing page 359, okay? Okay, do you guys have that down right there? What's up, Larry? Can you come back in about 15 minutes? Ask Mrs. Miller.
You had 2 coffee cups.
They got kind of hoarse here a little bit. Okay. Guys, quick review from the last section here. If I had said something like this, let's go ahead and say decrease maybe 72 by 18% right here. Okay, my question to you is this. First of all, there was 2 formulas that we looked at in the last section. There was the big minus small, all the original times 100%. And then there was also the other one that said, determine if you have a percent and what that new percent might be to use for this, okay? So, in this right here, guys, is the percent given in this problem right here?
Yes.
It is, isn't it? Okay. Our job is to decrease 72 by 18%, right? Thank you, Mrs. Miller.
You're welcome.
First question, increase or decrease?
Decrease.
Okay, what are you going to do with that 18% right now since this is a decrease?
Subtract it by 100.
So we're going to take the 100% and subtract 18 from it because we're having a decrease of 18%. We're taking 100% of this value, we're going to decrease it by 18, which means we're essentially trying to find, this turns out to be 82, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Essentially means we're trying to find 82% of what value?
72.
72. And try and find 82% of 72. So here's the deal. I said, take your original value, which was what, guys?
72.
72. Times that by this new percent that we're using. After we decreased 100 by 18, times that by what?
82.
82. And then divide this by what value?
100.
100. This 82 divided by 100 part right here, isn't that really the 82% that we're using? It is, isn't it? Okay, who's got a calculator handy for me on this? It would be willing to punch that in for me quickly.
59.04.
59.04. So if I started with 72 of something, maybe it was $72, and we took that value and decreased it by 18%, what value are you at now?
59.
59.04. Okay. So do you guys all get that in the last section when we saw problems like that, hey, our job is to first of all determine increase or decrease, add or subtract that to 100, whatever that new percentage is, multiply it to your original value and divide by 100? Okay. Now, what's good about knowing that from last section instead of doing it like we have in the past, that's going to apply to a lot of the things that we look at today. So in your notes here, let's just go ahead and take a look here. 7.6 is about percent applications right here. All right, 7.6 is completely percent
applications. And our goal right here is to find markups.
What's a markup, guys?
It raises the price.
It's not a tall guy named Mark, is it?
No.
Okay.
Well, why?
A markup is, what did you say again, Mason?
It raises the
It raises the price. What do I have right here in my vocab, guys?
markup.
Markup is an
Increase from wholesale
Okay.
sales.
Haven't we done percent increases from the last section? Did we just look at an example that was decrease, but we've also done increase as well, haven't we, kiddos? Yeah. Okay. So we're looking at markup. So we're looking at discount. What's a discount, kiddos? Increase or decrease?
Decrease.
It's a what?
Decrease.
Decrease. So we know we've got increases and decrease. And then you're gonna hear me talk about stuff like
wholesale and retail price. I'll tell you what that means here. But guys, if you can understand that what we're doing today with markups and discounts, all we're doing is an increase and a what?
Increase.
And isn't that just exactly the same as the stuff we've been doing right here? It is, isn't it? I'm gonna give you a certain percent increase or a certain percent decrease. In this case, or in this section, I'm gonna say a percent markup or a percent discount. It's gonna be the same thing, right?
okay. Now, what's new for you guys is this.
Wholesale and retail, let's just talk about those vocab words that they're not necessarily defined, but they're in the definition. Right here I see the word wholesale, and right here I see the word retail, and then I also see sale price. Guys, wholesale price and retail price. Do you guys know what the difference between those two things are? Wholesale and retail?
Okay. Got time for a story?
Sure.
Okay, story time. When Mr. Parson went to UNI, way back in the day, way back in the day, Mr. Parson had a job. Okay, Mr. Parson had a job at Shields. I'm trying to think if you would even, do you guys know where, you know where Kohl's is? Up in Cedar Falls? And that building Hy-Vee has, they sell, I think, all kinds of adult beverages or something there. Okay, that used to be the old Shields building. Did you guys know that? That used to be the old Shields building. I used to work in there. And there was also, you guys are probably have been in College Square Mall when Shields existed there, didn't you? And I also worked in that area too for a while when I was going to college. But here's the deal. Some of the things that I like a lot are what?
Shoes.
Shoes. I love shoes. Okay? I love shoes. And as I was going to college, I thought, you know, probably better get a job to pay some bills, right? Right? Well, the good idea was, let's go to work at Shields, and I did a nice job at Shields. I liked working there. It was fun. But the thing about working at Shields was this. One of the benefits of being an employee there was to get anything at wholesale price or at cost. So like you might go in there, you guys tell me, you guys have bought tennis shoes before, right? If you go into Shields, are tennis shoes expensive or cheap? Expensive. Like, is it possible that you could pay over $100 for a pair of tennis shoes? Is it possible you might pay $150 for a pair of tennis shoes? Okay, true stories, all right? When I was going to work at Shields there, and I really wanted some shoes right there, I would look at the shoes that were like $119, knowing in the back of my mind that I could get them at wholesale price. You wanna guess what wholesale price was on shoes for employees? It's not quite free, but I was able to get $120 shoes for about $39. Okay, so what happens is this, when I say wholesale price, that $39 is the price that the store pays to get those shoes in there. That wholesale price is the price that the store pays to get them in there. Then they turn around and do what with that price? They make it more, they mark it up, don't they? They mark that up and then they turn around and sell it. And when they sell it, they're like reselling it again. It got sold to them for $40, now they're gonna resell it. This is called, the resale is called the
Retail.
retail. The price that you pay in a store is considered the retail price. The price that I paid as an employee was the
Wholesale.
wholesale price. So if you think about it, the $120 shoes that I got for about $40, wholesale was $40, but they're turning around and selling them for $120. So what kind of a profit are they making on a pair of shoes if they paid $40 for it and then turn around and sell it for $120? Aren't they making $80 off of that one pair of shoes? Okay, so wholesale and retail. My question might be, would it be better to buy products at a wholesale price or a retail price? Wholesale. Wholesale is going to be cheaper, right? Okay, so do you understand the difference between wholesale and retail in terms of what they mean? Everybody good?
So how much of your paycheck was left on?
There'd be times I'd get a notice that says, you owe us. It was bad. Oh, it was bad. I was like, why did I work here? I put in all this time. I have no money. I had a lot of nice shoes. It was good. It's amazing too. Once you start working here, how many people all of a sudden come here, hey, will you get this for me? Hey, will you get that for me? And I'm like, hey, no, you get a job there. Why don't you get a job there? Okay, funny stuff. All right. Okay, so let's look at an example here, guys. Let's look at an example. Finding a retail price. It says a store buys decorative pillows from a manufacturer for how much money, guys?
$2.
$2. The store marks up the price by how much?
400%.
400%. What is the retail price? Okay, so here's the deal. Is this a markup or a discount? We have a markup right here. Okay. Now I want you to think back to the last section and think back to the questions we were asking, saying, hey, is this an increase or a decrease? So is this an increase or a decrease? It's an increase. Okay. It's an increase by what percent?
400.
By 400%. So based on our rules from last section, we're going to have to take this 400% and add it or subtract it from 100.
Add it.
We're going to add it. Okay, so I'm going to take 100% plus what?
400.
Okay, we're going to take the 100 plus the 400. What does that equal to, guys?
500.
So basically what we're really saying is we're trying to find 500% of what? What was the original wholesale price?
$2.
Trying to find 500% of the $2. Okay, so this place is buying pillows for $2 wholesale. Okay, what are they going to do with the price of that pillow then when they get it into their store?
Mark it
They're
up.
going to mark it up and turn around and sell it so they profit from it, right? You want to profit from it. So we're going to take the 2 times what percent, guys?
500.
Okay, why not 400 again?
Because you added to
Have to add it to the 100% of the $2 here, all right? So 2 times 500, and then we got to divide that by what?
100.
And what do you get? $10. Okay? So this store, they get their pillows from somebody for $2 a pillow. Once they get them into their store, it might be, I don't know, what's a furniture store up in Waterloo?
Home goods. Oh, that's not what
Is
I
McGregor's up there? No. Is it McGregor's there, kind of on, by the movie theater?
Yep.
Okay. What's the profit per pillow? How much money are they making off of each pillow?
$10.
Not $10. They spend
Oh,
2 to turn around and sell for 10. So if they've got a $2 cost and a $10 revenue here, what's the profit? $8 per pillow. Okay, that's a pretty good deal, isn't it? Pretty good deal. All right. So again, isn't this exactly like the last section? Just have to understand that a markup is an increase. Find your percent. If it's an increase, add it to what value?
100.
Take the original times the new percent, divide by 100, you've got your retail price. Okay? All right. Well, if retail is that, finding a sale price. See, when we go shopping, we like what kind of prices?
Cheap.
Cheap or sales, right? We like sales. We like sales. It means certain price was this, we're going to get it for more than that or less than that? Less than that. Okay, so is this going to be something where we're talking about an increase or a decrease? So a discount, in other words, right? Okay, well, finding a sale price. You buy a backpack that is on sale for what percent, guys? 25% off the original
price of what?
$20.
What's the sale price? So again, this section, first question I'm going to ask, increase or decrease?
Decrease.
It's a decrease by what percent?
25.
It's a decrease by 25%, right? So, to the 100, am I adding or subtracting the 25?
Subtracting.
Which means that we're paying for 75% of what value?
20.
You're looking for 75% of 20, right, guys? Okay. So by the formula that I've given you up here, and again, I'm going to come back to something that we've talked about in the past with that proportion. A is part of B, just as P is part of 100. Here I would take what times what, guys?
20 times
20
75.
times 75 divided by what value?
100.
And if I've done this correctly, what should my sale price be? $15, right? So, right here, guys, if I take that original price of $20 and discount 25%, how much am I paying? $15. Okay. One more time, I'm going to ask you if it's increase or decrease. You're going to take that increase or decrease and either add it or subtract it to 100. Use that new percent and times the original, and then the last step is to divide by what value? 100, right? Nothing really new here, is there? It's basically taking what terms, the new terms that we've talked about, applying to what we already know, or saying what do they match up with, and working your way through that. Okay, kiddos, do you have the first part down on the first page, everything down first page? All right, let's look at the second page here quickly because the notes are really, really long today. Hey, we aren't going to do example 4 at the very bottom down here, so you might just want to cross that off. We're not going to worry about that today. Okay? I want you guys to go ahead and try these two problems on your own right here. And then I'm going to have a couple people come up here and show me their work for this. So take a minute or two, get through the two problems up top here. When you've got a solution, check with your partners to make sure you agree. And as usual, I will tell you if you disagree, what do you need to do? Make sure you check with a neighbor. You got your nose. Again, when you've got those solutions, check with a neighbor, okay, kiddos? Who needs more time with those two up there? I don't see any hands in the air. What want to volunteer to go up there and do my first one for me? Who wants? Taryn, go ahead. Now, Taryn, make sure you speak loudly enough so the microphone picks you up, okay?
Okay.
But tell me what you're doing. Did you find a pen up there to write with, kiddo? It might be on top of my books as well, up there somewhere on my desk. Gosh, that's what I look like when I'm looking around for stuff, huh? Right to your left. Right more to your left. There's one. Yep. Now that thing has a laser in it. Don't shine it on me, alright? Okay, Taryn, I'm gonna read that out quickly, so everybody knows what we're asking, and then you explain to me how you're processing through this, okay? It says a store buys decorative pillows from a manufacturer for, oh, there's that $2 wholesale price again. Store marks the price up by 250%. What's the retail price? Alright, I'm listening, kiddo.
Okay. So you just, since it's a marked up,
Okay.
you take 100 plus 250,
Alright.
and you get 350.
So we're really looking for 350% of what value then? What was that
Two.
cost? Yep, 350% of $2. Excellent. So what are you gonna do now?
Then you take 2 times 350 and divide it by 100,
Alright?
and you get $9.
Got how much again?
9. That's what the calculator says.
Taryn, you see like the pen and the pencil that's crisscrossed over there on the toolbars? The long skinny toolbar on the right? See where all the colors are? Go about 2 rows below that, the pen and the pencil that are crisscrossed.
This?
Yep, hit that. And then see where it says more tools? Down at the very bottom, click that, go to calculator. Okay, type in 2 times 350.
Where is it not?
Times is right by the 6. Right to the right of the 6. Now divided by, right by the 9. Oop, is that the right one? No, divided by.
That's percent.
Right by the
No.
9. Hit it again.
Oh.
Divided by 100. Equals. What
Oh.
should you have gotten there?
Oh wait, that's what I had. Never mind.
Okay. Did you read the bottom answer maybe?
Yeah.
Okay. So what should that answer be there, kiddo?
7.
$7. I'm gonna add $7 on that one. There we go. Good. Excellent job. Somebody different for the next one. Thank you, Taryn. That was excellent. Good job. Who wants the next one? Taryn, you want to pick someone? Mason, you knew that was coming. All right, Mason, rock and roll. Tell me what you're doing, kid.
Okay, so thinking. So it's 40% off. So you take 100 minus 40,
Okay.
and it equals 60.
So can I ask a question?
Sure.
Does that 60 mean we're paying for 60% of the original then?
Yes.
Okay. Excellent.
And then you'll take 15 times 60 divided by 100, and I got 9.
9. Awesome. Guys, that was great. Any questions so far? Process is the same, isn't it? Process is the same, okay? Let's kind of talk through example 3 here real quickly. I'm not going to put any work up just yet, but example 3 is part of my favorite stuff. When you go out to eat, you typically do what for your servers?
Tip.
Tip them, okay? You know what I tell them? I don't know what to tell them. Here's a tip.
I hide the money.
You don't tip people?
I do. I just hide
Do
it.
ya? Why don't you tip at McDonald's?
Because McDonald's sucks.
Oh,
Exactly.
no, wait, I love McDonald's.
Blasphemy! What?
I love
Blasphemy!
Seth.
Just because I was a waiter, you should tip.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, a lot of the times when someone
grade in Cosgrade, he takes 5 ranches at lunch for a 1 spoonful of carrots.
Sweet. He likes ranch.
He eats it
He,
with
he eats it like plain.
Really? My wife made chicken wraps last night. Chicken wraps with vegetables and stuff in them. I always get like buffalo sauce and ranch and mix them together to dip it in because I think it's good. And my daughters last night were taking their finger and just dipping it in the ranch and eating it. Yeah, ranch is like for kids. It's like it's like pop to kids. I don't know why, or candy. But it's funny. Yeah, tipping.
I do that.
Says right here you have a total bill of $18. You're going to give the delivery person a 15% tip, and the sales tax is 5%. What's the total cost of the pizza?
Guys, when we tip, are we marking up our value or? So we're marking it up, right? So is this a percent increase or a percent decrease, kiddos?
Increase.
It's an increase, right? Yeah, I always, when I give the waitress a tip, you want to know what I tell them? Or you want to know what I give to them? I just say, don't eat the yellow snow. That's a tip. Right?
Hey,
Here's a tip. Don't eat the yellow snow. Yeah.
At a restaurant, would you like a seat, sir? Would you like a table, sir? No, I want to sit on the floor. Carpet for 5, please.
Okay. What percent am I increasing by here?
5. Wait.
Careful.
15.
There's a 15% tip plus what else, guys?
5%.
It's a 5% tax. So what's the total percent increase here?
20%.
It's really 20%, right? What do I have to do with that tax and tip percentage?
Add it to
Well, I'll put them together. So the increase is going to be totally 20%, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. So once I've figured out that the increase is 20%, isn't this exactly the same as what we've been doing at this point? All right. So you tell me, what are you going to do with that 20, kids?
Add it to 100.
So my new percent's 120, right? So I've got the 100 plus the 20, which is?
120.
So I'm looking for 120% of what value?
18.
18. So here we go. We're going to go 18 times 120 divided by 100. I have no idea what that is.
I'm pretty sure you do.
I could try and do it in my head. You want me to?
Sure.
$20.16.
$21.
21.60. I told you I didn't know. 10% would be $1.80.
What did you say that?
20.
Oh, 360. Yeah, 21.60, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I did.
You guys get $21.60. You probably got 21.6, didn't you?
Yeah.
Which meant $21.60.
60.
All right. So guys, tax and tips together. What do you have to do with those percentages first?
Tax and tips, add them together.
Add them together to make it one total percent increase. Add that to the 100, and then you're on your way. So why don't you guys get that last one a shot down there? Same as example 3. See what you come up with. I got total cost here.
$22.50.
How many got $22.50 here? What was my percent increase?
25.
25%. So this would have been 18 times what? 18 times 125 divided by 100, and you should get $22.50. All right, good. Questions about this? This is all stuff we've seen. We're just taking some new vocab and applying it to what we already know, right? Okay. Mrs. Miller, anything to add here today?
Sounds good.
All righty.
Got it.
Let me hit this up.